And so begins a new era of peace, Mortal Kombat 1. 12 years in the making, NetherRealm's finest hour since my personal favorite, Mortal Kombat 9. I've had a long connection with the series, beating Shao Kahn with up freezes in Mortal Kombat 3, on the ride to school on the bus on my Game Boy, original, and then of course, the revitalization and the renaissance of fighting games in 2011 with Street Fighter 4, Marvel 3, and MK9. A game that was my personal favorite. 4 years, tournament player. Of course with Sub-Zero, and I have to admit I was let down a bit by MK10, though it had the vision, and MK11, though it had the substance, because of the mortal enemy of fighting games, input lag. But so begins a new era of peace in the fighting game scene. People are waking up to input response. They're waking up to the netcode. And Street Fighter 6 has revitalized the scene yet again for a new generation of fighters, of combatants with a K. And so this, the second entry in the second coming of fighting games, Mortal Kombat 1. Press the X button to begin.
Would you like to enable screen reader?
No, I would not. All respect due. They got controllers you can play with your legs, but I don't need to read a screen. I'll be a blind Kenshi player before I read the screen. End user license agreement. Let's just blindly accept. Audio settings. What do I want for headphones? Default sound. System for high-end headphones. Do not have a sound system connected to your TV. Mid-size. Standard, you want to do mid-size. Wireless speaker off. Descriptive audio off. I wonder if I can adjust anything. Brightness. Oh, we can adjust the brightness. I'm sure it's fine. I like the constant autosave in the lower right. I think I'm going to do story after the tutorial. I think that's the mission for today. It's long, but we'll at least start it. We'll get there. This is the new era trailer. It's loud. I got to adjust everything.
Having liberated the hourglass,
nice subtitles.
Keeper of time. My next task was to restart history.
It's really booming.
Not beholden to past events. I was free to craft a new era. It was with humility and restraint that I approached this blank canvas. After careful
humility and restraint,
I began work, painting over the darkness.
He's like, oh, Liu Kang, Fire God.
I sketched out the realms. After eons more, I brushed them in with life.
You're seeing a lot of biblical
in my new era, all
themes, not only in this game but also in Starfield. They say it's we've gone from woke to religious.
Will be their responsibility. For my power only permits me to begin this endeavor. It is the duty of mortals to finish it.
Get the subtitles off the screen, you assholes. So he created a new world. Waiting for tweaker download online communication. Continue. Season of Fire has begun. Brand new season store items. Dismiss. Look at the constant auto saving and loading. All right. Just feeling out the menu. Just feeling out the menu. It's okay. Settings. Gameplay. Round time. Story difficulty. What do you think? Easy? I think easy is a good set. Health detail. Lower health bars. Pause delay. Show session stats. Offline input delay. Share match replays. We can turn that off so it doesn't save stuff. It's going to save an arbitrary amount of stuff on the file. Controls. Now here's another thing I got a quick switch. Remap controls. Front, back, front kick, that's perfectly fine. Throw is R1, block is L1. So then, yeah, I think they're going to want Kameo at flip stance, L2, and Kameo at R2. There's some stuff I want to adjust here. Select. Input window timing long. I guess if that's default. Release check off. Alternate off. Input shortcuts on. Button shortcuts on. Back. Tournament. That might be a certain round. Here we go. Subtitles off. Audio setup. What do we think? TV set sounds booming too. It's standard headphones. Announcer default. Speaker off. TV is flat, I can tell. You would think that mid-size would be less booming. Let's turn it all down. See, it's so booming.
Good.
Dialogue line.
You defile the link. You defile the you.
Let's set it up. Accessibility. Screener off. Descriptive off. Blind. Everything off. Audio test. Primary audio support. Detailed audio effects. What about this? External audio feedback. Story tester my gameplay assistance. Button mashing sequences will appear in story mode. Should I leave them on now? And then in story mode, huh? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Legal. Why don't I... We'll set it here first and see if it's too low. Sounds low. Extra. Collection and shrine, learn, practice. I think I want to go to tutorial first. There's a couple things that I want to check before I get into anything. There's a couple things that I want to check. I want to check throws. I want to check fatal blow buttons. And I want to check Upblock. Upblock. Customize. Versus online tournament. Local. Story invasions. Towers. So towers is just arcade. Alright, I think I'm going to do the tutorial, and then I want to do story. Let's get in. So I think I want to do the tutorial first. Full tutorial mode. Even it's got to connect to the servers for the tutorial. I don't know about that. Super basics and everything. Alright. Do I want to do this, or do I want to do story? I gotta do it. Basic moves. Full category. Welcome to Mortal Kombat 1. Let's go over some basics before you enter the fight, starting with movement. Hold duck. Task complete. Hold to continue. Move on to the next one. Alright, jump up, jump forward, jump backward. Yeah, I gotta admit, everybody's saying it feels better than MK11. I think I gotta agree. And there's dash blocking, supposedly. Let's see. I'm double mashing back. Okay. And I'm double mashing forward. Not really. So the way dash blocking worked in Mortal Kombat 9 was it's because you would double hit forward and press L1. Then you could buffer like forward L1 forward and release block. And the second forward command from the previous dash would get held over the block command. In MK9, when you were holding block, you could input commands, Upblock. You could input commands, including, like I'm pressing the punch buttons right now, and you would get the chance to, like, log and swing out of that block move. So you could go forward, block, forward, and you would get this, like, stutter step. so it sounds like you can't really hold it, but you can certainly cancel it. I think that just like moving backward, because it looks kind of goofy still. Forward, forward. So I wish I could have the logs on the screen. It doesn't matter. We'll get there. Can I reset them? Front punch, forward punch. It definitely feels better. I don't know how great it feels. Damn. Clone. Do I know how to play him just from anything else? What's a slide? Down and forward. I like this song. I don't know if the graphics look so great, but the song definitely sounds cool. I think I'll go base tutorial, and then, I'm hype about the story, but I want to get the basics first. Press touchpad to view a demo of the task. Double tap it to quickly reset the position. Okay. Hit with jump attack. Oh, I reset the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, double string. Damn, cool. Air strings. That concept is really interesting. So, wait a minute. Front and back punch. Front. How do I get out of here? I don't want a demo. I want a control. Are front and back punch different? Yeah, but his jump kick is the same. Okay. Basic movements. Hold left or right while executing a basic attack to perform a wider array of attacks. Directional attacks vary with each character, so it's like strings, obviously. Advancing frost. Back two. So that's a double hit no matter what. Of course, the game's been out in early access. Everybody's been watching all the number one ranks. But getting a feel of the game, choosing a character, just kind of sinking my teeth into it. It's going to be exciting. Back and back. Lesson complete. Connecting with the servers. Sure, I'll do the tutorial. Continue. Tutorial hub. Let's just run through it. Blocking and throws. Blocking is your most basic defensive technique, significantly reducing the damage you take from opponents' attacks. Mid attacks are the most common type of attack, targeting characters midsection. Mid attack could be blocked while standing or ducking. Not overhead, just mid. Hold L1. Oh, whoops, I accidentally hit Kameo. To flip stance, I accidentally hit R2 to flip stance. Because ordinarily R2's flip stance for me. Whoops. Alright, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting deciding what button I need Kameo to be on. If it's going to be L2 or if it's going to be R2. Because they have like neutral Kameo, down Kameo, back Kameo. Low attacks target feet or body, hitting standing characters that are blocking. Block a low attack if you're ducking. We know about this. Fighting games 101. We know about this. I think the dash block cancel is a pretty simple command tempo to find. I could demonstrate it in training with the input display on. High attacks target the head or body. While high attacks can be blocked when standing or ducking, they can be evaded while ducking without block. Does that include throws? There's a lot I want to know about the frame data in this game, and I'm not going to make the same mistake I did with Street Fighter 6. I'm going to start learning stuff with frame data immediately, because you need a base measurement for how fast things are. I've heard 7 frames, but I heard Kung Lao has a 6-frame jab. We'll see. Overhead attacks strike down from above to hit ducking characters that are blocking. You can only block an overhead attack if you're standing. Then it's going to be involved in up blocking. You're going to have to learn this. Overhead. Task complete. I'm glad that fighting game players woke up and realized fast input response does just make the game feel better. But it also improves the netcode. I don't know why developers have this attitude. Developers convinced us, like, if the input response is longer, netcode will be better. And then Street Fighter 6 proved that wasn't true. Your opponents will attempt to mix low attacks and overhead attacks to get past your defenses. I was trying to read the top. So you can start blocking low, because the low attacks are faster, and then you can stand to block the slower overhead attacks. That's what technically and that's not really what a fuzzy guard is. That's just blocking. I don't want to. A fuzzy guard is what? It's like when Fuzzy guard is when, regardless of the way it looks in your stance, you're in block stun, but you're shifting between standing crouch block to technically count as a high and a low, but your stance doesn't change. And then jailed is, and then it looks like you blocked it crouching, but you were still inputting the command for stand block. And then jailing is you're stuck in that stance in block stun, and you can't transition from like standing crouch, vice versa. But that's neither here nor there. If your opponent is blocking your attacks while standing, hit them with a low attack. I like that his sweep is him just still standing. Like I was expecting him to flip around. I played Sub-Zero in MK9, so I was expecting like, oh, you know, back four, it's gonna be a sweep, and he just swings a hammer at your ankles. If your opponent is blocking your attacks while ducking, hit them with an overhead attack. I didn't know that hammer was 2 hits guaranteed. It's always 2 hits. That's not a string. Throws can be hit blocking. What? Throws can hit a blocking opponent that is standing or ducking. Use a throw to attack an opponent that consistently defends your attacks. Now I want to know if there's forward or back block breaking. There's a lot I gotta test. Back throws can switch sides with the opponents. Hold forward when performing a throw with the help of your Kameo partner to position the opponent in front. Forward throw. Why did they explain that back throws can change the position of my character and then tell me to do a forward throw? While you cannot block a throw, you have a brief window to perform a throw escape to break free. Back throws can be escaped by pressing square or X immediately after you have been grabbed by the opponent. Now it's making me press square X and it froze there. Okay, back escape. So now perform a throw escape with proper timing. Yeah, but task complete. Let's do it again. I want to see if I can use the macro to... So there's 2 different throw types in this game, just like MK9. Forward and back throw. Let's try with 2. No, escape failed. It says escape failed. What about the macro? Look, it shows that I'm pressing R1. Alright, delay. Throw punish. Grab me. Back escape. So you can break throws with R1. That's the demo. That's the demo. I cannot break throws with the macro button. It's not letting me. Wow. Oh no. Toward throws can be escaped by pressing triangle immediately after you've been grabbed by your opponent. So this is one of the things that I wanted to test. One of the 3 things. There really are 2 throw escapes. Shit. How do you differentiate visually between a forward and a back throw? And then hold to continue. Learn what you have used to defeat your opponent. Hit below, hit with an overhead, hit with a throw attack. I didn't hit with overhead? Oh, back. Wait, so that, So it seems like they really want to make this game super mix-up heavy. Like they really want it to be crazy. I've seen a lot of the. I saw the combat cast. A lot of the character movesets seem pretty complex, and I thought, considering the previous Mortal Kombat split characters between variations, and so even the Injustice move lists got like shorter and shorter. I like that this game is going to have longer move lists. Combo system doesn't seem so complex. It seems intricate, but I don't know. I think the game is very big, but I think it might be more simple than meets the eye. Each character has unique special moves, which are executed by performing a quick sequence of directional buttons. Yeah? Ice ball. Yeah, I know. Hold continue. Ice slide. I did 4. See, I'm so used to MK9, I did 4. Hold to continue. Ice clone. Task complete. Hold to continue. Pressing the right combination of attack buttons in sequence is called a combo attack. A circle timer shows the time remaining to press each button for the combo sequence. Alright. If it's got a 3D game string feel, I just dial them in. I always liked Mortal Kombat's 3D buffer windows because I played Virtua Fighter. So I like the. It's closer to a target combo in an anime game or a Street Fighter game than it is a Link, where you have to hit with the normal and then wait for it to recover and then try and connect it with precise timing. In a string, just dial it in. It's easy. I think it's easy. And you use the initial 2 or 3 attacks in the string to judge whether it's been blocked or hit, and then cancel the special. Kameo. Your Kameo partner can enter the fight to support your lead character or attack the opponent. Eye laser. Yeah, I don't know what button I want to use for Kameo. If it's R2's already seems kind of weird, but L2, I'll be holding the controller with my left hand, moving with the D-pad with my thumb, blocking with L1 my index finger. I want to take that off that. And some Kameos can be held. Cyrax, blow up the world. Might need to hold down R2. How are you going to hold down L1 and R2? Kameo attacks are limited by your Kameo gauge located under your health bar. Your Kameo gauge will recharge automatically over time. Knife toss. And then I can still move around freely even as he's tossing that one. Each Kameo partner has unique abilities and attacks to make your lead character more dangerous in combat. Experiment with different teams to find deadly combinations. Ball. I can call him at any time. Weird. I don't know if I like using R2 for that. Learn what you have used to defeat your opponent. Why don't I do a raw slide? Is that canceled now? Oh yeah, I held back to block. So then wait a minute. Are the Kameo throws the forward or the back throw? And then if you don't have Kameo meter, you can't throw them, you just like toss them. So you have to break with 1 and 2. Is there any visual difference? That's fucked up. I thought that in the Injustice games, they don't have that. And I thought that in some of the other MK games, they got rid of that. And I thought that was a good idea to get rid of that concept. Because there's no visual indication. Maybe in this game that there is. In this game, you need a Kameo to do... Which one? It says back and switch sides and forward throw. It says back and switch sides and forward throw. I don't know. I'm getting confused already. You know what I'm staring at? I'm staring at the fact that Johnny Cage has 1,000 health and Sub-Zero has 950. What the fuck is that? Different health values? I'm gonna hold my initial opinions about the game. Because I was really looking forward to playing this. So, we're gonna keep playing. We're gonna keep playing. Your super meter is located at the bottom left of the screen. If you're player 1, fill the super gauge by causing damage, receiving damage, or performing special moves. Alright, fine. Attack with moves like special moves to build more than basic attacks. Attack the opponent to build 1 bar. Task complete. You can spend your super meters to perform special attacks and defensive attacks. We know that. Press continue. You can enhance some special moves by pressing L1 at the same time as the attack button. Most enhanced special moves cost 1 bar or 1/3 of your total meter. So, Super Ice Ball. Press and hold. Enhanced Super Slide. Oh, I'm pressing 4. I'm pressing fucking 4. Look, man, this is what happens when they change all that stuff. Some characters have powerful enhanced attacks at the cost of additional super meter. Super Cologne. Your Kameo partner can help you escape an opponent's combo at the cost of a full meter. Again, Kameos. So you can just hold, block, and forward to break. Like, you don't really have to, well, I don't know. That was a freeze timing, so maybe I'm wrong. A combo breaker can turn defeat into victory when it's used to escape a damaging combo but the high cost means it cannot be used frequently. From a combo break with proper timing. I just hold block and hold forward. I start holding block and then I hold forward. Let's see if we can do... Yeah, just hold block and hold forward. Just start holding block. Like I'm holding block the whole time. And then I just start holding forward. It's not a big deal. Break is easy. When your character's health is below 30, team up with your Kameo partner to deliver a fatal blow. I'm already hitting R2 to flip stance, so... I don't know. You can only use your fatal blow once per match if it successfully hit... Now, wait a minute. You can only use your fatal blow once per match if it successfully hits. If a fatal blow is blocked or misses, you will have to wait a short time before you can use it again. Now, I've been watching matches, and it seems like people they're spending fatal blows all over the place. I was thinking that you would only be able to get it once per match. But apparently you get it once per round, even if you spend it. That's what I've seen matches where a player spends it. Maybe I'm wrong. I want it to be that, yeah, you get below 30%, all 3 rounds, you get it. But as soon as you spend it, it's fucking gone. Whether it hits or whether it's fucking blocked or misses. Wait a short time before you can use it again. So let's see here. Let me see, because if I have to do Kameo and R2, then that means I got to do L1 and L2 for Fatal. So let's see what happens here. The only way this is going to work is if I can hold block, I'm beginning to hold block, and then I can tap L2. And it doesn't fucking work. I have to hit them both at once. I don't know that that's going to work. Alright. I don't know if that's going to work. You cannot hold block and then tap flip stance. You gotta time them both simultaneously. That sucks. Alright, we're gonna have to adjust some some of this stuff. Use what you have learned to defeat your opponent. What I want to do. First I want to slide him. Oh, enhance. Enhance. Oh, break. So I gotta break. That didn't work. I tried doing just jump punch Kameo. It didn't work. I might have to use Kameo on L2 then. And yeah, I might have to do flip stance on R2, like I'm familiar with. Alright, we'll see. Outstanding. Complete the basic tutorial. Sharpen your skills in the Learn Hub with a variety of in-depth tutorial lessons, character-specific challenges, and freeform practice. Hold to continue. Currency 1,000. Tutorial Hub. Let's go back to Tutorial Hub and see what else there is. That was just the basics. Juggle combos. I think I'm ready for everything. Juggle combos. Challenges. Positioning. I'll do them all. I'm having fun doing this. So that was just the basics. Let's do them all. It'll be a tutorial day. I'm ready to learn. Mortal Kombat 1. Juggle combos. Some attacks will launch your opponent into the air. Perform a juggle combo by hitting the airborne opponent before they land. So this is like air strings. This will also give me the opportunity to play as a variety of characters. If you knew the timing for MK9 dash cancels, of course you don't. But I think getting the timing for dash cancels on this game is pretty easy. Because it's just forward block, forward block, forward block. It's pretty easy. You almost have to switch your tempo in your mind to being like almost like thinking block, forward. Launch your opponent. Cool. It feels a little bit weird, but it still feels fine. I think the measurement of it being like 4 to 4.5 is fair. I want to know about Upblock. So there's forward and back throw. What's weird? Kameo is weird. Serena. Some of these things lock you in. What is that? I like that Serena I like when she appears when she's got her clothes on. I don't like this devil demon. Get out of there. So forward is just 1 and back is the 2. That's the cheap one that everybody's doing. And then there's down. Yeah, I don't know. Launch the opponent into the air. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think the input response works well enough. With your correct timing, you can juggle a launched opponent with a combo attack string for more damage. Yeah, I think it's fair to say it's 4. Street Fighter is 3 and MK11 is 5. I think it's fair to say that this is 4. Everybody's saying universally it feels better than MK11, and I think I agree. It also looks pretty interesting. The characters are very detailed. My monitors kind of has a flat color scheme and is just 1080-60, but I like the way that the stage is really spread out into the background. Really spread out into the background. And so this will give me a chance to kind of just play around and check a couple other characters. I have no idea who I'm going to play. It always comes down to moving around left and right, liking walking, liking striking, and then do I like the system? I appreciate that they went back to 3 bars, and just it seems like the system's a bit more simple, even though the combo system's complex. Long move lists and a lot of combo options between Kameo and air juggle, but I like air juggle, and I kind of been watching and thinking about Marvel too. So, what do we got? 1, 2, 2. So that goes up. He's had these big sweeping, like 1, 2, 2. Oh, it's 2, 1, 1. So some of these strings only come out when you hit. So I can't do 1, 2, 2. Yeah, I can. Oh, you really gotta dial it in. You really gotta commit to it. All right. What if I just do 1, 2? Yeah. Cool. I was thinking about maybe Scorpion. What else does he have? What's his spear? Back, forward. Does he have a teleport? Yeah, he does. In the air. He really hangs there. What's enhanced air teleport? Can I not burn that? He doesn't punch if you do the enhanced teleport. Well, that's lame. And jump over kick. They do have floaty jumps, but at least the response is good. I like that jump 1. Jump 2 is a bit higher. Alright. I don't want to view the demo. I want to reset. Exit demo. Alright, and you can kind of walk forward or dash forward a little bit to let them float a little bit and fall. I like that. 4-4 is just a launcher. I mean, yeah, the fact that I'm just fucking reading the inputs and hitting them. Yeah, I mean, combos look really cool when you watch them in this game, and you see how much damage people are getting, and you're like, yeah, that looks fair. They deserve that damage. They're really working hard to earn that damage. Like, all these hits, these juggles, Kameo inclusions, capture, launch, air string, EX, rejuggle, double Kameo, fatal blow. It looks tight. I think the game it's really given us something. It's giving Mortal Kombat players what they wanted. The funny thing is, fans of Mortal Kombat, the franchise, don't give a fuck about fighting video games. And fans of the Mortal Kombat fighting game, they're like the outcasts with a K, man. I mean, they only play MK. They don't even play Killer Instinct or Bloody Roar. And then everybody else is, even Smash players like, ugh, Mortal Kombat, I'd rather play Marvel, you know. Some attacks will stun your opponents for a short time, hit them with another attack before they recover to start a combo. Sure. Get over here. Cool, so I can combo off Raw Spear. Yeah, I like that. Combine special attacks and combo attack strings for longer combos. It definitely feels better than MK11. Because, I mean, I would know. Now, it's going to all come down to what happens in a match, because there's a lot that you think walking around by yourself in training mode. But then in the heat of battle, The rubber, that's where the rubber meets the road. These guys look cool. I don't really notice their stupid 5th grade teacher social studies buns. I definitely noticed their gis, that nice cloth fabric, so pretty cool. Some special moves are useful for extending combos. Scorpion Spear can pull an opponent for a launch or a juggle combo. Oh. So, do I need to... Yeah, see, you got to, So that's his forward 4. Oh, whoops. I wanted to flip stance again. Do I need to link it or can I cancel it? I was doing regular 4. Alright. View demo, exit demo. Just time it. So you kind of got to let him float a little bit and time it. But I mean, the fact that these are the intricacies of a combo, like, you have to launch them and then let him float. Ooh, what is that? You know, you have to launch him and then let him float. There's like the rules. Forward 4, delay it, do a raw spear, catch him, hit him with the uppercut time. That's very interesting. But the fact that the input response is so good and you can kind of freestyle it and pull it out, it definitely feels better than MK11. Everybody's saying that. Wow, that still hit? He was still being juggled, I guess. That's got a big hitbox then. Alright, Scorpion. Pretty cool. Continue. Jumping attacks. Jumping attacks. A jumping attack is a forward jumping attack. Okay. That targets a ground opponent. Jumping attacks can be risky but effective to go on offense. Nice. Raiden. A jumping with a punch attack against a grounded opponent will leave them standing on hit, allowing you to start a combo with a grounded attack as you land. Sure. Very good. Cool, just look at the buttons. Seems pretty good to me. Again, I never really had a problem. So the string would be 1, 2, 3. Cool. And so jump 2. Yeah, I never really had a problem with dialing in strings because I was a Virtua Fighter player. I always thought that Mortal Kombat felt like 2D Virtua Fighter. So it's got the asymmetric character design and the space control of a 2D game like Street Fighter, but it's got the blocking and the hit levels and the strings of Virtua Fighter. And that's what made MK9 my favorite fighting game, and it still is. I think it's the greatest video game of all time, and that's undisputed. Yeah, I mean, feels like Mortal Kombat, a good Mortal Kombat. Task 6 out of 9. Jumping kick attacks deal more damage and usually have more range than jumping punch attacks, but they cannot start a grounded combo because they knock down the opponent. And both jump kicks are identical. Looks like it. But the jump punches are different because they look different, but they have the same effect. A jump in with a kick attack will launch your opponent into the air, allowing you to start a juggle combo with the right follow-up. Really? Do I got a dash? It looks like I have to dash a little bit. Or maybe they just want me to do it closer. What about a neutral? Yeah, what about neutral jumps? That's his angle jump. That's his neutral jump. Alright. So neutral jump's the same as angled. Why not do... So I did jump in X there instead of jump in circle. Huh. Yeah, some of the horizontal hitboxes on these follow-up strings once you land are larger than others, so some are easier to hit than others just because they reach so far. You might need to include a little cute dash. You know, you shouldn't really worry about slight walking if you can dash. Dash cancel can be interrupted partway through attacking, ducking. A dash can be interrupted partway through by attacking, ducking, or blocking. The technique is known as dash canceling. Interesting. You're saying X. Oh, they wanted me to hit him. Canceling a forward dash into an attack will significantly extend an attack's effective range. You can later... canceling a forward dash into attack will significantly extend its range. The later you cancel the dash, the more range you'll add to the attack, because you move farther. So if I go, like, let's put him at full screen. If I go... Oh, because I gotta do forward 1. I gotta hold forward 1. Let's see. That's a full forward dash, not canceled, into the range. My foot, the back of my foot is on that little... The back of my foot is on this thing here. This, like, little tile here. But they're basically saying that rather than just doing it standing raw, like, look how far it only goes. If you forward dash and then cancel into command, you've successfully used the dash to move forward. A lot of the anime players should know this, because they're used to, like, running up or air dashing toward the opponent. So you can cancel out of dashes with attacks, blocking, or ducking. Cancel a backward dash into an attack to retreat from a space, then swing into it. This can be used to evade an incoming enemy, then quickly counter. Yeah, okay, walking out of range and whip punish, I'm sure. Now the difference is, see, dash canceling in MK9 really worked because of the long input buffer and like stacking the forward moves with the block command. I think in this game you're basically it's less of a sequence, and it's more so just canceling a dash. You input forward dash, and then you decide to block, and that's like the command is done. Then you maybe dash another time and then cancel with block. So if you think of it like as a solitary move, dash cancel, forward block, it'll be better than trying to like do some long string buffered dash sequence. You can cancel a dash by blocking, hold L1 to quickly defend yourself, or briefly tap L1 to cut your dash short, as you can start a new movement action as soon as possible. See, task complete. Glad they taught you this. Forward dash can be canceled into up forward jump. A forward dash can be canceled into up forward jump, but not an upward or backward jump. And they don't mean with a block, they mean without a block. So, yeah, look, you have to let the forward dash complete. But then you can cancel into a fast upward dash. Forward jump, I mean. An upward jump. An upward dash, which is a forward jump. A back dash can be canceled into a backward jump, but not an upward or forward jump. Interesting, interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. So they want to encourage you to... So rather than hopping back and forth like some Marvel Air Control, they want to encourage you to at least decide how you want to move. But they're giving you freedom of execution. Your team will be more effective when both characters work together. Use Kameo summon attacks to combo opportunities to create combo opportunities for your lead character. Use Frost Ice Carpet to stun the opponent. Then perform an attack with Raiden for a combo. So that one's pretty easy. Because she just kind of... I don't know that I like Kameo on R2. It's pretty easy. It's interesting that the sweep is on forward 4. Alright, pretty cool. The extended range of Raiden's electric fly lets him combo from Ice Carpet from a distance. Can you do that on the ground? He has to take himself off the ground and levitate first. Now, I wish I could go back to doing that. Can I do previous? Previous section. Let's see what happens. Fuck that. Both team members can act independently after a Kameo summon is finished. Creating new combo opportunities, Frost's partner can hit the opponent immediately after Snowflake's hits to create a combo. So what was that? Electric Fly. Back forward 3. Will it come out faster if I do an instant air one? Look, I'm heading diagonal to up back. Now he won't do it. There it was. Why are you fucking up now? What is he confused? He's burnt out? Needs to cool down? Sometimes you can get it. What the fuck? Maybe you can't do it. Maybe I'm not doing it fast enough. You gotta do it real fast, I guess. You can do instant air moves if you combine a jump attack. So an instant air move is a move like this where I can do it off the ground, but then I can also do it in the air. So, boy, I always hit R2 to flip stance. So I can do it off the ground, and I can do it in the air. But if I want to do it in the air because it has different properties as fast as possible, you don't really want to go like up and then back, or up back and then back again. You just want to use the combined directions of the backward jump, or to include both the jump command and the back command. Gotta do them fast though. You gotta do it really low. Let's go on the other side. Anyway, you'll get there. There we go. Yeah, you gotta do it real fast. Because you can tell he's going higher. And he gets more of an angle. You can tell he gets more of a downward angle. See, look, he gets like almost an instant diagonal angle rather than this horizontal angle. Anyway. So Frost. I don't know that I like Kameo on L2. Or on R2. Task complete. Oh, I gotta let it hit. I mean, I like the string so far. I like dialing it in. I also like the movement options, and I like canceling. Walking seems fine. Blocking seems fine. Jumping is floaty, but fine. That's how it always... that's how it was recently. We're kind of evolving from the MK9 and 10 style into the 11 and now style. And yeah, like dialing in combos feels responsive. Hitting everything seems responsive, so it's got to be more responsive. Experiment with different teams or characters to find unique combo opportunities. Sure. Let him hit. Alright, lesson complete. Hold to complete. Task complete. Rewards. Special task. If you execute a special move as soon as a basic attack hits, you will end the basic attack early and start the special move immediately. This is called special move cancel. Absolutely. Task complete. The technique is known as special move cancel because the end of your basic attack is cut short or canceled. Now perform a special cancel with proper timing. Remember that you don't have to wait for the basic attack to finish before you start inputting your special move. Exactly. Like I said, I just dial it all in, but it's familiar if you've played 3D games and you know how to dial in strings. You just tap them all and they'll play out. It's different than a Magic series that you control, but you can kind of time yourself like in Marvel or an anime game. That's, yeah, I don't know. Strings got to be dialed in. Magic series can be pressed in a comfortable sequence at a personal timing, and then links have to be connected, waiting long enough for the initial move to cover. A cancel causes your special move to hit the opponent much earlier than if you'd waited for the basic attack to finish normally, allowing some moves to combo that otherwise would not. Absolutely, absolutely. Some of them so far have seemed very square in terms of their walking. I think I like it so far. It's interesting. I'm gonna get a feel for the characters, learn the system, and I think that I like it so far. I've got a positive response so far. If it were laggy, I'd be bitching, so I'm glad. I don't know if there's any going back to your favorite game, regardless of what it is, but there's definitely moving forward, and this game does that, even though it reset the timeline. Special move cancel after the last long attack in a combo attack string to build longer, more damaging combos. Okay, pretty cool. I don't know how long the strings are going to be either. The best way to learn a character in an MK game... Personally, I would not just pause and look at a move list and try and memorize. I would not do that. what I would do is I would at least say, okay, stand 1, does back 1 do anything different than stand 1? What about forward 1? And I would just find their basic attacks. That's 2, that's standing 2. Okay, back 2 is different than standing 2, so she's got a 1, a 2, a back 2, a forward 2, and just kind of learn their command normals. What about 3, stand 3, what about forward 3, oh boy. What about back 3? So it's like she's got command normals on back 2 and forward 2, and back 3 and forward 3. Some of the audio got gone. And then from there maybe try and experiment, like, let's reset it. The audio bugged. It's got an input bug, an audio input bug. So then, like, alright, if I do forward 2, do I get any follow-up off that? Forward 2 1, forward 2 2, forward 2 3. The audio's bugged. 4 2 4, maybe not. And so then let's look at the move list. Basics. And so off forward 2, is there anything? No. So then let's see there's a back 2 2. So if I said, okay, standing 2 is something, back 2 is something. What about back 2 2? Oh yeah, that's a string. What about back 2 1? No. Back 2 1. Back 2 3, no. Back 2 4, no. Alright, so back 2 2 is a string. What if I do back 2 2 1? No. Back 2 2 2. Back 2 2 3. And that's kind of like, it's a long way to test something, but the more that I can learn in the field, the easier it is for me to embed and remember, rather than trying to look and memorize something like this. Like, this is the way you need to learn her 2 strings. I would learn better by just doing 2 1, 2 2 works, 2 2 3 works, and then if you missed anything, you can go back and double check. So she's got a big sequence, down back 2. Square is 1, triangle is 2 for front punch kick, and X is 3 and circle is 4 for the other kicks and the punches. What am I doing? Exit the demo. Alright, I mean, dialing in the combos feels nice. It feels better. It feels better than MK11. Definitely. No question. You can perform an aerial attack during a jump by hitting an opponent that is also airborne. Air strings. That's so interesting. I'm really interested in this concept. That's the first thing I saw that made me think, oh, this game's cool. The assists, I don't really care, to be honest with you. I think it might make things overcomplicated, but I think it seems cool. But the air combos seem real fucking cool. Some attacks will launch the opponent high into the air, creating an opportunity to juggle the opponent with an aerial combo attack. Launch the opponent and then do a string. No. Is this me or is this the demo? This is the demo. Why is it doing that? I'm doing 2... Oh, because I'm doing 2-1, not 2-4. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. 2-4. And then 1-1-1. Cool. And then they bounce. So instead of doing neutral jump punch to make them bounce, you do an air string. Cool. What is that? Oh, he has an air throw. He has an air throw, huh? So what do I do? 3-1, 3-2, and then throw. And then you can macro that throw. Let's do that again. Yeah, you can use the throw button to do an air throw. Cool. Good enough for me. But the throw button will never break a throw. You have to use one of the 2 punch buttons. Oh boy. Oh boy. You can special cancel most airborne attacks into airborne specials. What does that mean? Wow, he has that spear in the air. Now wait a minute. I thought that spear was back, forward, square. So then what is this? Oh, down back 2 is his ninja display. Oh, cool. And then it automatically pulls you? Can I burn that? You have to do... So in this game, rather than meter burning the specials after the fact, you more so have to enhance them ahead of the fact. And so what I do, oh man, so again, what I would do before is, in MK9, because in MK9, holding block would allow you to buffer normals. And they were like, if you want to swing out of block at the next possible frame, or if you want to, it was really for fatalities. It was so you could hold block to not accidentally jump or move around or swing a move out of space. And it was like, we'll let you hold block and do forward, back, down, 2, and then dun dun dun, and the fatality would come, right? And then it also helped enhance attacks, because you could basically do like back forward block and then 1. So instead of having to try and do back forward block plus 1 and get a normal move, you could do back forward block and then 1, and it would work a little bit better. Let's see about him. So you can't burn it after the fact. I wonder if meter burn was in MK11. Oh, I don't even have the meter to fucking test it. That's another reason why. I don't even have the meter to test it in that fucking scenario. So, trying to do a special attack with block plus a normal was too difficult. So you would do back forward block, and then 1. Can't even fucking do it here. Exit the demo. Because trying to hit it on, it was like too big of a risk to try and hit it at the same time. So you can kind of time it, block, and then the normal. I don't know how effective that's going to be in this game, if there's like more of a tight input cutoff rather than a long input buffer window. So what I want to do now? Teleport kick. Alright, we'll get it. Tasks. Combine launching aerial attack specials and combos to build longer damaging combos. Pretty good. I like that concept of air strings. It's going to be a fun way to combo. It's like a fun new way to combo in a Mortal Kombat game. Kameo summon cancels. A Kameo summon is the most common type of Kameo attack. Your lead character will pause for a moment to command their Kameo partner to perform an attack. He will pause. Okay. I don't know that I like it on R2. I continue to say this. Why don't I switch that now then and see? Well, let's see. Kameo summon functions more like a special move because it causes your lead character to take an action. Yeah, I agree. This means that a basic attack can cancel into a Kameo summon just like a special cancel. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, rather than an assist call, it is supposed to be like a special. Let me see if I like it. Controls. Remap controls. Wait a minute, did you see what just happened there? Remap controls, you fucking idiots. What are you thinking? Why would you make... Hang on! Default. Remap controls. There we go. Release check off. Back, stupid idiots. Yeah, I think I might like it on L2. Because I'm used to the parry button on, give my fatal blow. The parry button on, Street Fighter. What is with this, different health values? 1,050 for Johnny and 950 for Raiden? What's up with that? Yeah, I think I might like it on, L2. I don't know why. Damn. And you know what? And the other thing is, I used L2 as the interact button in Injustice, and I guess in MKX as well. Use Kung Lao's spin. And the thing is, if I'm thinking about summoning them raw, I'm kind of walking back and forth with the D-pad anyway. And I'm thinking about summoning them raw and inputting them in combos. I think it'll be fine. And I've hit flip stance how many fucking times? It's not even a real button. And I've hit it 3 times accidentally. because I'm so embedded in me since 2011. Love Mortal Kombat 9. Use Kung Lao's spin to launch the opponent in the air, giving Scorpion combo opportunities that he would not have on his own. Oh, and so, yeah, some of the cameos freeze you in place. I like this a lot better. Some of the cameos freeze you in place, and then others, you could just call freely, like, as an assist. To throw a projectile, to cover, to make things safe. And then there's the capture ones and the launch ones. So like here, I have to cancel in and I'm stuck, but then I'm free. Once you recover, you're free to move after you're stuck for a little bit. So like when I call him, look, I'll hold forward, and that's how fast you can tell. And so and this is the way I want it to work. I want it to just be like a special attack that I'm canceling into from a string, and not some freeform random thing that I have to try and time. I don't like time combos. I like dial-in combos. Easy, consistent, undroppable combos. And then look how soon I can walk, right? So you would press forward Kameo the same as you would press like a spear, and just dial it in. And you can walk away. Cool. And dial it in, and there's tons of time. There's like tons of time for them to float, you to recover, reposition, let them fall, and then dial in the strings. See, it's so funny. People are going to have to get used to games with a faster input response than before, because before your inputs would get delayed. You would have to time them early. The input window wouldn't be open. Your buffer's getting cut off. It's getting ignored. It's not getting held. It's not coming out. Now all of a sudden, you've got adequate buffer windows, adequate input windows, adequate timing, adequate input response, and you got to learn how to do this stuff for real. If you're going to learn how to play a real fighting game, be a real boy. And look at how big that vertical hitbox is. I think the combos in this game are going to be real generous. For making them look all crazy, they're like, okay, we can't make this difficult to do. We got to get big hitboxes, big cameos. Look at that, one try. No big deal. I'm not even looking. I'm just reading the button presses. As you become more comfortable with special cancels and Kameo attack cancels, you can combine them to build longer combos that deal more damage. Uh-oh. Get over here! One try, no big deal. Connecting to the Mortal Kombat 1 servers. Download my currency with a K! In coins with a K! Nice. Damn, it's still fucking going on, just offense? A Kameo ambush is a type of Kameo attack that allows your lead character and your Kameo partner to act independently. Sonya's Square Wave Punch is a Kameo ambush that can attack airborne opponents while your lead character is free to perform other actions. They always come up with these new like terminologies for what they're implementing. So a Kameo cancel is like when you crouch down and you're summoning, so canceling into it. And there's a little bit of a movement commitment, an input requirement. But with these ambush, the neutral ones, you can just move freely. But you're going to have to go off the D-pad and stop moving. Otherwise, you might get a forward or backward. So I guess all cameos have neutral, down, and a side one. Because look, the side one is the kick, and then they have a lot. Down's the air one. What about neutral? Okay, so she has forward, back, and neutral. Down counts as neutral. I can duck. So that one in particular, the neutral one, I can move freely. So maybe that's the rule. Neutral Kameo does not require any type of commitment, like the horizontal ones do. I don't know. A Kameo ambush can create new opportunities for all kinds of unique and creative combos when your characters work together. Sonya's Square Wave can extend a juggle combo after Ashra launches the opponent in the air, creating combo opportunities that would not otherwise be possible. Okay, so if I do, so then let's see what happens when I combo into Let's see what happens when I cancel into it. I'm still recovering from my down 2. That was a mistake. Exit the demo. I pressed forward. It's a neutral cameo. So this neutral cameo thing. So this is now almost like, I like this too. Hey, I like this game. Do you know something? I like this game. I like it. It's moving around correctly, and the system is lining up, and the rules are lining up. It's coming together. It's not coming apart. It's coming together. I like this game. I like it. Wow. So these other ones that you don't need to like cancel into. So look at this. Look at this. Ashra's got a down 2, right? I can't cancel into Sonya's other cameos the way I would if I would say do... She's got a 2-2 string, right? The way, say, if I wanted to do 2-2 back cameo and you dial it in like a string and then she breaks the sound. What is with Ashra breaking the sound? What's with Ashra breaking the sound? So like Ashra, she's got this back 2-2 string, right? So let's say I want to do back 2-2 legs. Or back 2-2... Oh, whoa, what was that? She's doing something different. Oh, I see, look at this, look at this, look at this. I accidentally did back forward 2. So she's got back 2-2. Maybe that doesn't special cancel. Doesn't she have a 3-hit string? Alright, she's got a 2-2. She's got a 2-2-3, right? So let's see. So let's say I do 2-2 and then her own special cancel, right? So 2-2, back forward 2. That's one of her own moves. So let's say I do 2-2 and then I do like a cameo. So I'll do 2-2, a cameo. You can just dial that in. 2-2 back cameo, no big deal. And I'm frozen there. But then let's say I want to do, like I said, back 2-2 back cameo. That move's not special cancel. Back 2-2, back forward 2. See? That's a committed move. It's a knockdown. You can't cancel it. I'm holding back, tapping cameo, mashing cameo, nothing. But I can do neutral cameo. So for any normal attack or attack string that is special cancelable, you can just dial in a cameo the way you would a special attack. But for moves that are not special cancelable, like back 2-2 string or down 2, you can do the neutral cameo and just call it out at any time. That's crazy. So you can cancel into... You can cancel into these special cameos. Cameo specials. You can cancel into cameo specials. And just use that the way you would any other combo. Like dialing in a string and canceling into a special. But if there's a normal attack or a string that can't be fucking canceled and can't be special canceled, you can do this ambush cameo. That is like a Marvel 2 assist call to give you cover or to make something safe or to do an extension. Hey, this game is fucking cool. I knew that when they showed this game, it looked really complicated. I think that it's big, but it's not complicated. I think that it's very deep, but it's not complicated, or maybe it's complex, but it's not complicated. I think this is extremely interesting. They move well. As far as the strings work the way they need to do, special cancels work the way they need to do, and this assist calling concept is really fucking interesting. Because I thought, all I want to do is, I don't want to have to time it, I just want to dial it in my combo. And it's like, yeah, you can cancel into special attacks, cameo specials. That's so smart. Cameo cancels, that's so smart. But then you have this extra neutral call that is like a Marvel 2 assist to fucking throw a projectile, create an approach, cover your pressure, establish a mix-up, Like, you could do neutral call. It's going to be hard to command. I could do it in the air, so I could do forward dash and then jump over and call them. You know, not this Kameo specifically, but something. Something. This neutral Kameo being callable at any fucking time. You know, popping her up. You know, just this idea of it's not going to create a mix-up or it's not going to create a cross for this situation with this particular Sonya Kameo. With this Sony Kameo. But that idea of neutral assist being callable anytime, including during normal attacks that are normally not special cancelable, that's crazy. I think this system, I think that they made it work. It looked like it was going to be way too crazy. I was like, long, complicated combos, assist calls, it's Marvel 3 all over again, meter management. Then it's like, I think the move list is very tight. I think the combo system between the input response, the juggle timing, and the input timing, and dialing in strings, and like the height that the opponent gets, how they're juggled, and the gravity, and canceling into cameos, cameo cancels, and cameo calls. I think that this fucking works. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know that this was gonna work. I think this is really fucking interesting and it works. A Kameo ambush, it looks beautiful too. It's very bright and colorful. A Kameo ambush offers more timing flexibility during combos when compared to specials and Kameo summons that require a cancel. Amen! With a K. Use square wave Kameo ambush to perform. Did it early. Let's do it on the left side. Forward. So she does it there. And then you can kind of figure out how you want to use the neutral one. Hey, and then it's like you are in control of timing your attacks and your inputs and your character's moves. And you can really freeform and do this shit the way that you want. And you can build it the way you want. So these moves that's the thing. Combos that do require you to allow, like, okay, I need to move forward a little bit. I need to wait a little bit, let them fall a little bit. Time when I call this cancel. I think the way they did it in this game is, one, they fixed the input response and made it faster. Two, they make it so you can, the input window is, the buffer window is very big. You can dial in strings. You can cancel from strings into specials very easy. Just dial it in. It will play out like a recording. The next thing is, they gave you a lot of freedom of the timing of certain cameos. Some lock you in place and can be canceled into, and some are freeform, this neutral one. And then they made it so it's almost like the vertical hitboxes are extremely high. And so rather than worrying about, and the horizontal hitboxes seem big too. You can dash cancel and like you can walk forward and dash cancel into an attack to just move a little bit forward and reach a little bit further. Moves have very big, like that Raiden, like all of Raiden's moves where he's flying forward as he kicks, he's extending forward as they punch. NetherRealm really likes forward advancing moves that move the character forward. Rather than, because it makes it feel like it's more fluid and less stiff. And once you get them in something, once you start connecting with them in a game that's got strings like this, the way like Marvel 3 and Virtua Fighter, once this string connects, it's sort of like it starts to suck them in and pull them towards you gravitationally, ensuring that this move is going to be pulled towards you and hit towards you. It kind of reminds me of Soul Calibur 6, with this detailed but bright color scheme, and the modeling and walking around and walking back and forth. I like this game a lot. I mean, it's because she's got a sword, that's why I'm thinking that, but it's like, it's really pulling me in. It's really pulling me in. So the strings have this kind of gravitational pull, rather than the 2D game where ordinarily on block, they're supposed to be pushed back and you knock the opponent away, and then on hit, the animation will pull the character towards you. I think that's what this game does. And then, like I said, like Scorpion, what was it, 122? He whips that kunai on a chain. He kind of whips it up and down, and it has that and the same thing in the air. He has that double air string, maybe 2-4, where he punches you and kicks you and bounces you down, and then you can do that whip move. Like, there's a lot of big horizontal movement and horizontal reach and vertical hitbox. So, like, oh, just because you didn't time it so correctly with the input and hitbox, no big deal. There's plenty of time. The animation's going to play out. There's plenty of time to, like, buffer and start the animation. And the hitbox is big, so there's plenty of time to reach them, wait, let them fall a little bit. Let's try it one more time. And then it hits there. So when am I doing it? So, like, I'm dialing in forward. I'm dialing in forward 4-2-3, and I'm timing it now. It's almost like I've already dialed it in. Oh, you can see my inputs in the controller. Look how fast I'm pressing it. So I've got the whole string dialed in, all 3 sequences, forward 4-2-3, before the second attack animation is even hitting. And then I'm basically hitting the Kameo now. She's not recovered. Now. And I'm sort of dialing it in and then just timing this neutral thing. And I'm sort of hitting it as, like, the third attack starts. Oh, because stupid Sonya's not recovered. Now. 1, 2, 3. Stupid Sonya. 1, 2, 3. Now. 1, 2, 3. Now. See, that was a little bit late. See, but I've played Marvel 2 and 3. If you haven't played Marvel 2 or 3, maybe you won't be comfortable with free calling an assist inside of a combo. You've already are, like, either dialing in with a string or playing out with, like, a Magic Series current button press. So you're gonna have to practice, but this is like a free call. That's so interesting. I kept thinking, like, man, like, assists and air combos, it looks like Marvel 2. Man, it'd be sick if Marvel 2 players. I know one. I might know 360 Marvel 2 players that want to play this shit. Kameo Ambush. A Kameo Ambush has a lot of timing flexibility, but this can make them more challenging to use in combos. Small adjustments in input timing could change how long an opponent is airborne or how far back they are knocked. So I'm basically dialing the string, and then I'm tapping this assist Kameo, like, maybe before the last hit starts, before the last attack starts playing out, before it connects, because I want the Kameo called in on the string, called in on the screen, to connect with the opponent after my last attack in the string hits and finishes. So you don't want to wait for all the attacks to finish playing out. You want it before you even call the assist. See, that's way too late. So you want to, you know what string you want to use, and then you would say, like, okay, maybe I'll use, I'll do 2-2, back forward 2 if it's on block. Let's imagine that's safe for her. I like this string. It's 2-2. I like this string, it's 2-2. But 2-2-3 is a combo launcher, but it's unsafe. Let's say, pretend example. I don't know if Asha's really like that. So I'll go, well, then I'll just dial in 2-2, and then maybe I'll accept it, or maybe this special is safe. Maybe that special is safe, but it's not a true string. But they don't know to jump it, so maybe I'll just make it safe. And then if it hits, I'll do, oh, it hits, okay, 2-2. I'll hit the last 3. I'll hit confirm the string. You want to use multi-sequence attack strings. You want to use strings with multiple attacks to hit confirm. You'll dial in the first 2 and 3 strings or something, and then say, okay, I'll just do that string. I'll block, I'll move. I'll use a special cancel maybe, or I'll recognize that it hits and I'll dial the last hit in. So you're going to have to do, like, I'm going to recognize that it hits, I'll dial in the last sequence of the string, and then I'll time this Kameo call. Personally, I think this feels amazing. Both the control scheme, putting assist on L2, the timing of a neutral assist, a Kameo ambush, what did it say? Kameo cancel and Kameo ambush. You're gonna have to practice it, but it feels great. It feels very normal. It feels the way it should feel. You get to do it the way you, the player, want. NetherRealm's not making you do it their way. For the first time ever, they let us get creative. Thank God. Thank God. And then what is it? Down forward. So that's a little early. So we'll do 2-2-3. Call it now. Yeah, I think you kind of want to call it. So then you'll want to call. You'll dial in the string that you want, and then maybe you'll want to call the attack. Call the assist. Like while the second to last attack is playing and finishing, before or around the time the last attack in the string starts. I'll dial it in 2-3. Call it now. I'm calling it like at the beginning of the last hit. So call it before the hit you want. All right. Yeah. Thanks for putting the sound back in the game, NetherRealm. And then what do I need to do? Because I got to do this other special attack. Got to do that launch. All right. Let me do the one. What else did she do again? She did 2-2-1. And then the uppercut. Because I'm still recovering. Because I'm not canceling from... Well, let me see. It's 2-2-3. It's 2-2-3. I'm doing the previous one. It's 2-2-3. And then... down forward, 3. But that's not... And I could special cancel into it if the string was special cancelable. So if I just did 2-2, down forward 3, that would work. But if I did 2-2-3, down forward 3, that doesn't work. Alright, so I got a 2-2-3, Kameo assist call, and then you're basically linking a special attack, even though it's a special input. The type of combo is a link because you have to wait for this full string to finish, and then you have to input it. Call the Kameo, and then link. That's so interesting. Hey, this is good. It's good. They made it really good. The way that combos are supposed to be built, dialing in strings, canceling specials, and then this probably won't have normal links, but canceling into assists, calling assists, comboing off assists, it's really fucking good. 2-2-3, call the assist, boom. Hey, Marvel 2 players, you gotta get in on this, man. This is tight. Use Square Wave. Was that in the air? Because I could do it in the air too. Oh, cool. Man, you're gonna find cameos that you like. You gotta pick a point character and then find your assist. Hey, I'm like a kid in a candy store, dude. I knew I was gonna like this game. I woke up so happy today. I was so happy when I bought this game and pre-ordered it and pre-downloaded it. I've been fucking grinning ear to ear. I got excited, I looked at it, I liked it. I woke up so happy. I was so happy to play this. This game is fucking good. These tutorials are fucking going on a long ass time though. What do I need to do? I'm not doing back forward 2. I'm doing back 2-2. My bad. My bad. The audio's getting fucked up. It's getting bugged out. What am I trying to do here? Audio's getting real bugged. Got an input audio bug. Combine a special move cancel with Kameo ambush to further expand your combo options. So that's the special. Alright, I'm running low on time here. And I'm looking at I'm reading the string up top, and I'm looking at the performance. So I'm reading the string input. Oh, I can't believe that hit. God, this is awesome. All right. It's easy. It's easy to input. Even though I'm missing it, I'm not getting frustrated. I'm telling you, it's easy. You just got to learn the timing for this game. Learn the timing for this game. Man, that's a tough link, though. Exit demo. Stupid demo. Maybe I can cancel that. I can cancel that. Alright, that's super easy. Exit demo. I don't want a demo. Exit demo. Exit demo. Audio's bugged. Lesson complete. Outstanding, you've learned many advanced offensive techniques in this section. You can move on to the advanced defense lessons, take a break to play some matches, or experiment with other characters in practice mode. I think that's an excellent idea. Let's experiment. MK1. Lesson complete. 1,000 currency. No, not retry. Fuck. Not retry. Did it freeze? No, it did not. Hello, Houston, do you read me? Mayday, mayday. No way, it froze. Hello? Oh my god! Get me out of here, Tutorial Hub. Whew, you scared the shit out of me, NetherRealm. Alright. 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 This has been extraordinarily successful thus far. Learning the basics of the most basic tutorial. Let's move on to the defensive section. Advanced up blocking. I'm learning a lot and I'm having a lot of fun and I'm enjoying the game. I think they built it in a very correct way for the creative vision they had for this. I applaud them. NetherRealm, you did a good job here. I'm excited. When an attack is blocked, it will still deal some damage. Thank God. Another thing I want to praise NetherRealm for. Chip damage. All you whiners complaining you don't want to die to block? Well, now you're going to get hit confirmed off a full screen projectile into JP's level 3. So careful what you wish for. When an attack is blocked, it will still deal some damage. Though block damage from a single attack is small, many blocked attacks will add up to a significant amount of health. Use block damage to reduce their health. Special moves like this block their damage. Whoa, what the fuck? Look at that chip damage! Even the game feels good, like the 3D models are really smacking. If an attack would... I think that this game is really good. Fuck. I think it's really good, and it's really interesting, and it's really fun, and it's going to be goofy, and... I mean, Ed Boon is like the master of chaos, dude. He just loves... reads and traps and mind games and mix-ups and just... He gave so many characters so many dirt in this game. There's going to be unblockable setups. There's going to be unbreakable setups. I hope there are some infinite setups. I really am praying for some deadly infinites. I cannot wait. Boy, say a prayer for the pro players, quote-unquote. They take years off their life. Anyway... If an attack would deal enough block damage to win the round, the defender would automatically spend a bar of super meter to survive. What? They do? Special moves like this deal more damage than basic attacks. They automatically spend super meter to survive? What does that mean? Many attacks... What? Hang on a second. Restart. Restart. Block damage. Wait a minute. What? Block while ducking against. Oh my god. Do you see what's going on here? This is the block tutorial, dude. Hang on, hang on, hang on. What? Previous section. Advanced blocking. What happened when I said skip task, restart section? Oh my god. We got a lot of input bugs. When an attack is blocked, you will still deal some damage. Yeah, I know that. I know that. Whoa. I know that. Look, task complete. If an attack would deal enough block damage to win the round, the defender will automatically spend a bar of super meter to survive. Is that true? And you're also telling me that fatal blows can only be used once per match on hit, but I keep seeing that get... Okay. I don't know how set in stone these rules are. But let's keep going. Special moves, we know. Many attacks will be too fast to correctly block by reacting to your opponent's actions. To successfully defend, you'll need to anticipate the most likely of moves. If you're expecting an incoming attack, block while ducking. To defend against high, mid, low attacks, most attacks fall in these 3 categories. So that I said restart section, and then it was like That's an overhead? What do you mean? So they want me to hold down the whole time? I'm just holding down? None of these are overheads? Okay. So remember when I paused and I said restart section and it went to the next section? I said restart section and it went to the next. You won't be able to block an overhead attack while ducking, but most overheads are slow enough that you can react and stand block. Yeah, that's why you start blocking low and then go high. And that's why all these Tekken players get opened up by delayed sweeps. Your opponent will attempt to mix low and overhead attacks to get past your defense. Hold down while blocking to defend against fast, low attacks, but be ready to stand when you see slower overheads coming. Task complete with a K. Watch out for sequences of attacks that mix low and overheads. You'll need to quickly switch between standing and ducking to block correctly. Well, what is a low and... Okay, so that was what? So this is a recorded sequence. That's an overhead. All right. You go up, down, down, down. You go this way. I was still... So then it goes high, low. All right. High, low, low. And then all high. And then high, low. Because she did an overhead attack canceled into a low special. That's why the last one hit. It went mid overhead and then a low special. I kind of like this stage's song. I don't... Well, okay. The sound sounds low. But I don't know that I want to pump it up for story mode. If their dialogue's low, I'll pump that up. The rest of, like... I think the sound effects are fine. The music could be louder. Maybe the dialogue's too low. But I don't know. I don't know. That's for them to fucking mix. We're also glitching the sound all the time. So I don't know. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Fuck. I didn't check and see if there was a download, like another day one patch for this. Ah, that's my fault. Fuck. I didn't check to see if the file needed to be updated. I just jumped right in. I was too excited. When you get hit by an attack, you will gain a little more super meter than your opponent does. Okay. When you block an attack, your opponent will gain significantly more meter, but you will not gain any? Yeah, okay, because attacking, dealing damage, and using specials. Now that's different, because I think in MK9, blocking got you meter. So in this, you have to attack on hit or on block. It says dealing damage, attacking on hit or on block, and using specials. All right. Observe how quickly your opponent builds meter. And they like that in NetherRealm. They like building a lot of meter and then blowing it right away. Building so much meter, you could spend meter to build the bar right back. Like, who is it? Catgirl and Ermac? The damage will add up if you block too often, but you will also give your opponent significantly more super meter to spend on enhanced specials and combo breakers. Avoid the opponent's attacks and stay on the offense whenever possible. That's true. That's true. It'll encourage you to strike back so that they don't just pressure you, build meter, chip you out, and get access to meter moves. Yeah, like, not just enhanced specials for combos, but also, yeah, breaker and, I guess Fatal Blow is locked to the life, so that doesn't really matter. We did this lesson already. Advanced defense. Currency. Continue. Upblock. This is the other thing I wanted to learn about. So I already checked Fatal Blows. I got to tap them. And I already checked throw breaks. You do have to break with the button. So now we're going to learn about Upblock. If you're confident the opponent will perform an overhead attack, you can press and hold up while blocking to perform an Upblock. Am I doing it, or is it the demo? Task complete. Blocking an overhead using Upblock allows you to recover much faster than simply blocking the attack while standing. Much faster than simply blocking the attack while standing. In most cases, you'll be able to hit the opponent with a fast attack before they can finish their own. Allows you to recover much faster. Okay, so Upblock against overheads. Now, are all jumps overheads? I don't know. Are all overheads attacks? So Upblock is better against overhead attacks. I wonder how it compares to Fatal. What is it called? Flawless block. I knew it was something with a K. So, hey, did you see that? You can't just hold Upblock forever. She puts it back down! She puts it back down! Oh. Let's try it. Doesn't work. That still doesn't work. Oh, you have to do it like... Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. So the way you have to do it is... It's kind of like the way you had to input a quote reversal or a quote punish before, where you're holding block, they do the attack, it makes contact, you're now in block stun. While you're still in block stun, you have to start buffering and inputting your follow-up for as soon as you come out of block stun. So it's kind of like, it's not really like waiting for them to recover and you to recover and then hitting and it's a guaranteed punish. Because they're not, it's not like they're minus 26, there might only be minus 6. Let's say you have a 6-frame jab. You gotta be perfect. Even though it is a guaranteed punish, you gotta be perfect with your timing. So you really gotta make sure you hold block, recognize they're doing an overhead, hold up block, and then you need to be ready. So you need to know what your character's up block punish is. You need to be prepared with an up block punish. So I know, if I up block, I do down 2. And I'm already queued up to dial it in. Up block is very effective against jumping attacks. When your opponent gets too predictable, you'll be able to recover and hit them as fast as they land. See, like I can't just block normally. The way that you would just block normally and then swing a move out of block stun, I guess even if you were disadvantaged, not necessarily that you were advantaged. That's not the way it is here. Like Johnny Cage, like here. It's an up block, it says up block, right? But I can't wait for them to land. Like I'm letting go, maybe I'll just leave it like this. I'm letting go of block while I still see the animation of him kicking my up block. And I'm pressing triangle to punish before he's even on the ground. You can't even read the word up block on the screen when they say it because punish replaced it so much. Like even with an up block. So some of this shit's gonna be tight. Some of the stuff that you want to do with strings and shit is loose, and other stuff is tight. Usually when you're in a neutral state or when you're in an offensive state, like I'm walking around or I'm down in a string, the buffer window is super easy where you can dial in all your inputs. But usually when you're coming at a disadvantaged state, like a block or a hit stun, you're suffering hit stun or block stun, the input window shortens closer to the end of the recovery animation, and you have to input it closer to the end. It's a little bit tighter. So like this up block punish, like I said, like I'm holding block, I see him jump, I press and hold up block, it makes contact. I'm now, while he's still flying in the air with his foot in me, and I'm still crossing my arms in the animation, my character's still blocking, visibly blocking. Me, the player, my finger is off the block button, and I'm pressing triangle to punish. So it's a little bit different than striking out of ordinary block stun. If you want to do like a timed punish at a block, you're gonna have to start thinking about it earlier. If you up block an overhead or a jump and attack. So my whole point is, you should find ways that are comfortable for you and not difficult and not stressful and forceful. You should find characters you like. You should build combos that are easy. It should be fluid and easy. And all this stuff should be embedded in your mind so that way you go in training mode, you pick what you like, you study and learn what you need to do, and then you practice your execution, and then you rehearse in a match. And when this stuff starts happening in a match, you notice he's doing a string that could end in an overhead. You notice he's jumping, you get used to up blocking and punishing. You're following your thought. You're thinking, I'm going to up block and then I'm going to do my punish. You're not thinking, I have to hold up plus block, then I need to time quickly a 2-button press. You don't want to be thinking about what your hands are doing, the commands. You want to be thinking about the situation, the decision, and the action in your mind. Like everything that's playing out in the strategy of a match is an idea. Everything that plays out in a match is like an idea of the strategy. And you're deciding what action your character will do in response to the opponent. What you decide to do as the player. And so if I decide up, block, punish, the command just happens to be block plus up, release early, triangle. You don't want to be thinking, what should I do? What do I want to do? And then how do I do it? Oh, you have to press up plus block. Then you have to press the 2 command really quickly. You don't want to be thinking about how you do it on the controller. You want to be thinking about what to do in the strategy of the match. And it all just flows. If you up block an overhead or a jump an attack, the opponent will not be able to continue their combo attack string or cancel into a special move. If you up block an overhead or jump it, the opponent will not be able to continue their attack string. Really? Because you've put them at such a disadvantage they don't get the frames to continue anymore or cancel into a special. Now, or cancel into a special. So even if I have an air special and I'm Scorpion and I do jump and kick teleport, I won't be able to do that if you up block me? Let's test that. This significantly reduces the risk of performing a counterattack after a successful up block. So if they're pressuring you with jumping punches, which was common in MK9, maybe MK11 too, you can up block and they won't be able to continue a string on the ground because they got to be wary about you pressuring them. If you even get a legitimate punish, never mind your own pressure. That's the other thing too. If I block something, do I really shut down my opponent's air options or ground string options? And should I take a punish or should I take pressure? That's interesting. And what about a cameo? What if they cover their jumping with the cameo? What if I cameo? What if we're both the cameos? Are we then the main protagonist? This significantly reduces the risk of performing a counterattack after a successful up block. L1 plus up and then my string. Oh, I did a 1-1. And you can hold block and then press and hold up. You don't have to time it either. Start holding block, then press and hold up. And it'll go away after a little while, it showed. Up block is a powerful defensive tool, but it has some disadvantages. And up block is more of a commitment than a normal block, preventing you from moving or attacking for a short time. Your character, so really maybe it's only best against visual overheads or jump-ins, and you should do this on reaction, not really on like a read or a guess. I see that in Street Fighter 6 all the time. Player 1 knocks down player 2, and then player 1 walks up to them and then flashes a parry. Why the hell are you guessing that they will attack at you? Like, and they've never even demonstrated that they're going to wake up with a dragon punch or anything. And why would they wake up with like a 4-frame jab or a 5-frame short when you can time a meaty normal or a throw over top of them? It's so dumb. Like, why are you betting that they will strike at you when you will make a read to parry them? Why don't you just fucking hit them? Your character is vulnerable to low attacks. Throws will deal extra damage. So up block prevents blocking lows. But does up block still block high and mid attacks? Probably. Your character is vulnerable to low attacks. Throws will deal extra damage, and you'll be unable to perform a throw escape during an up block. So if they jump at you and you try and up block them, they could empty jump. They could call an assist on the ground. They could do forward dash assist ambush, like forward dash neutral assist, jump, and then just see what you do. Do you anti-air them and get hit by the cameo? Do you up block? And then they could just empty jump. That's fucked up. I said X. What's going on? Did I miss something there? No, I think, I don't know what I missed there. If I read anything. I think it's good to go. Continue with a K. So this game's going to be deep. Begin blocking at the exact moment that an opponent attacks. That an opponent's attack makes contact with your character from a flawless block. Flawless block is difficult to execute, but you will not be able to take any block. But you will not take any block damage. All right. Hey, they're stacking these systems to respond to other elements of the game. What if I die from chip out? Well, you could flawless block. What if I can't punish overheads that are safe at advantage? You could up block. Well, what's the downside of up block? You'll be vulnerable. You can't throw escape. Interesting. I mean, that was not a good... They froze it in time anyway. Now from flawless block proper timing, you'll see flawless block. No. And press and hold, just so that you press and hold anyway, just in case you time it. Because, like, you don't want to time it too late. Better that you time it too early and just do a regular block, then get hit. Precise timing required for flawless block makes it much riskier than simply holding block, but preventing block damage will save you from certain death. But then they said I'll spend the bar to get my health back. What is that? Why spend the... Why? Maybe in the last round only, because why spend the bar? That doesn't make any sense. Why spend 1 bar of meter to get my health back and keep the round? I might want to just keep the meter for the next round. That might sit... Because if I'm going to die anyway, now you blew my meter. And then, what if I want to save that for breaker? Like, I don't like... That's weird. I've never even seen that happen before. If you would die from chip out, you spend the meter. I hope that's only in the last round. I hope that's only in the last round. Don't take my meter, because then I'm going to die from chip out anyway. Got some good years left. If I'm going to chip ahoy, if I want to do some chip damage, I'm going to take some chip damage. Don't get discouraged if you have trouble performing flawless block, because it's pointless. No. Even the most experienced players struggle with its technique consistently. Blah, blah, blah. What is this? What is this? I need to be coddled. I'm playing an immature game where people get eaten alive over this pit of steaks. Wow, you really have to press this not before it impacts, but as it's impacting. Like, as it's impacting. Look at that, as it's fucking impacting me. Alright. Yeah, so you input it basically as you get hit. That's interesting. You're not really trying to time it. So I could press and hold block, and then I think I'll press and time it just before it hits. No. You gotta press and time it as it's hitting you. Weird. That's crazy. Look, I'll try and time it just before it hits. It doesn't really work, because I'm just blocking. You almost have to wait for the animation to start and look at it. Weird. I'm not gonna be trying this shit. I'm not gonna be trying this shit in tournament. In addition to preventing block damage, the opponent will not build any super meter when you flawless block an attack. Interesting. Look how much bar she's still building. Yeah, they do have really floaty jumps. Well, maybe don't jump. Maybe this is less of a jump game, more of an assist game. I'm gonna always call it assist, and I'm gonna call it, you know, neutral assist instead of Kameo ambush. Fuck, why can't I do it? I'm really timing it late. Wow, I'm never gonna try for that shit. Then I'm gonna rely more on up block, because I was thinking, okay, so now we know the advantages of up block and flawless block, which gives you a better advantage if you see a slow overhead coming. Do you want to do up block and punish, or do you want to do flawless block and punish? Because one way or another, I'm looking for an advantage. I'm looking for, like, less block stun, more recovery, and the potential to punish something that might be otherwise safe or advantage. There is a brief window after flawless block during which you will not take block damage from additional attacks. Okay. So flawless block the first one, and then normal attack the string. So it's not like you have to flawless block everything. You probably could, though. I flawless blocked the second one. Nice. Damn, I'm good. Flawless block. Task complete. The brief window for this defensive bonus will be extended if you block more attacks before it expires. This means you won't take block damage from a sequence of rapid attacks if you flawless block the first hit. Alright, so maybe the first two... Maybe the first two. But see, look at them. They're still building meter. Look at her. She's still building meter. I'm just not taking chip damage. Whatever. Connecting to the servers. Give me my coins. Connecting to the servers. A block reversal is a special move that's performed just as you recover after blocking an attack. A block reversal is a special move. Yeah. That's performed just as you recover after blocking an attack. This is a concept I never really liked because it's so rare you would do a special attack as a punish starter. A reversal ensures that your attack starts as early as possible the moment after you finish blocking, helping you gain the upper hand. You know what else helps moves start as early as possible when recovering from some animation stun? A fast input response and a big buffer window. That's all you need. Hold L1 and then perform. That's not the real way though. That's the fake way. They're just teaching me the input. Now perform a block reversal. With proper timing, you'll see reversal show up. Yeah. So like if I, wow, that was, I took a long time there. That move must be really, exit demo. So pretty much just, if you have so much time that it could count as, because I really take a lot of time. I took a lot of time there. I held block, she swings at me, I let go of block, do the slide, and I guess just because it counted as a reversal, that meant that it was like a successful, see that's the thing though, was it really a successful reversal or a successful punish? You know what I mean? A punish is when they were at a disadvantage and you hit them while they were in recovery. And a reversal is when you input something to appear at the earliest possible timing. So technically you could do a reversal that's not a punish. You can also perform a Kameo summon as a block reversal. Okay. Making your partner attack at the earliest possible moment after you've blocked an attack. So I really like this Kameo assist thing. I didn't know how I was going to like it, but I like it. Because it feels like Marvel 2. I want it to be string into a Kameo cancel special or free call and assist, and that seems to be the way it is. That's awesome. Making your partner attack at the earliest possible moment after you've blocked an attack. Yeah, pretty easy. And I mean, if according to the frame data, it's a real punish, then you should have plenty of time to command it out. When blocking a series of attacks, it's possible to interrupt your opponent between certain moves with a fast attack. A block reversal makes it much easier to correctly time a counterattack in these situations. Oh, okay, because she's doing normal and a special. Alright. But I could always... and I wonder what else I could get out of it, though. Because I'm trying to hit other stuff to see if I can just get a normal. Counter. Maybe because he was so low. I don't know if they would allow me to do anything else. I can duck it. I can't hit any other move. I'm pressing down one. It won't. That's why it won't work. Because that's what I'm saying. You could probably just interrupt that with the standing normal and do a much better... See, you could probably... If they would allow me to use my real attacks, you could probably beat that with a standing normal string rather than a fucking raw slide. That's so weird. What, you know, sometimes Ed Boon gets real specific about how he demands you play his games. But I think in this game, they built the system well enough where you got a lot of freeform. They gave characters tons of mix-ups, and the Kameo system is going to be crazy. I think what he wants is for, like, craziness. He doesn't want one player to dominate. He wants every tournament beaten by a new player. Craziness. Crazy point Kameo teams. He wants crazy mix-up setups. I'm telling you, he wants infinites. He wants infinites. More than a 50-50, absolutely. Getting knocked down puts you in a dangerous situation. Your opponent is free to move and start attacks as you get up. Fortunately, there are a few tools to help you get back on your feet. You can perform a get-up reversal as you get up after you've been knocked down, ensuring your special move starts as soon as your character gets on their feet. So that's another thing I was wondering, wake-up attacks. Back in MK9, I guess in MK10 as well, you can input a special attack getting up off the ground to perform it not just immediately but with invulnerable frames. I want to know if you can do wake up attacks in this game with invulnerable frames. So press the shadow kick as you get up. Now perform a get up reversal with proper timing. You'll see get up reversal. All right. Get up reversal. Very easy to input. Plenty of time. Get up. Plenty of time. I'm not in a rush or hurry to try and tightly time it. I'm fucking. He knocks me down. I got plenty of time. I dial it in. He does it when he wants. Very leisurely. This game's got very leisurely inputs because the input response fast and the buffer window's big, and you can perform all of these maneuvers very leisurely and still queue them up to come out. Another thing about 3D games that differs from 2D games or sprite-based games is that usually the moves they tend to be longer in their animations. If a throw is 10 frames versus a 5-frame throw in Street Fighter 6, if a jab is 6 or 7 frames versus 3, 4, 5 in Street Fighter 3, 4, 5, or 6. So 3D games have usually 10 to 12 typical average moves, 8 to 10 to 12. Not really like 3, 4, 5, 6. A get-up reversal can be vital. If your opponent times their attack to hit you as you get up, Johnny Cage can enhance his shadow kick to add armor. So there's no wake-up invincibility, but if you can add armor to a special, that'll work. That will absorb an incoming attack. Perform this as a get-up reversal. And so then this is like a Shoryuken, like... That's what a reversal really is. A reversal is reversing the tide of battle and using invincibility to strike through their strike and beat them. Counter is like an interrupt, and reversal is turning the tide. So like in Virtua Fighter, counter hitting is doing like a down jab underneath their stand jab, and a reversal is doing like back punch plus kick to catch a punch or an elbow or a kick and toss them. Use get-up reversals carefully, as most special moves will leave you vulnerable to counterattack from the opponent if you use them predictably. Because like his shadow kick is probably unsafe on block, so you can't just use it to get up, but you can use the invincibility to blow through any of their pressure. Okazami. You get the picture. Get-up techniques. You can perform a get-up Kameo summon as your lead character is getting up from the knockdown. Oh, you can perform a Kameo summon. Okay, so perform a Kameo on wake up. In this situation, I guess in get up, he's waking me up, I'm getting up. You can perform a get up Kameo summon as your lead character is getting up from a knockdown. Okay. In this situation, your Kameo partner can begin a summon attack earlier than the attacks your lead character can perform on their own. Really? Which one? The neutral one? Really? Whoa, Sub-Zero freezes them by rushing in? Now perform a get-up Kameo summon with proper timing. You'll see get-up. Get up. Yeah, okay, so let's do that again. Exit demo. I can't walk around, but I just... Yeah, he does it. Okay. I don't want to view a demo. I want to do it. And now compared to what? A shadow kick. Knock me down again. Yeah, like, I'm inputting these. He's on the ground. He gets knocked down. He's on the ground. I'm basically inputting this as he's already on the ground. Before he's, like, as he's falling on the ground, he's landed on the ground, he's lying on the ground. Before he's gotten up, I'm inputting this stuff. I'm not waiting for him to start standing before I do it. No. You do it when you're lying on the ground. And then even for this, the shadow kick get up reversal, like, knocks me down back, he knocks me down, back forward circle. Get up reversal still. Back forward circle. Get up reversal. So it's kind of like when you're in Street Fighter, if you were to jump and dial in like quarter circle forward and then land and press punch to get a fireball or an uppercut, the way that you would preempt the directions, like during an aerial jump before you land and then hit the attack as you land in like a 2D game, a Street Fighter game. In this game, you can sort of preempt the directions, falling onto the ground, getting off the ground, And then, yeah, you just dial it in. It's very leisurely. You dial it in early, and it plays out. And that's the way you want 3D game animation, cancels, and strings to be. Dial it in and let it play out the earliest possible frame. Don't make me time this stuff. 3D games are about flow and fluidity and buffering, and they're not about tight, rigid, square, like flat timing. And then in some games, like Tekken and Virtua Fighter, you can delay strings, but that's neither here nor there. This is Mortal Kombat 1, the first one, the very first one, the beginning. Dawn of a new era. Of peace, they say. We'll see. Some Getup Kameo summons will briefly extend the knockdown and vulnerability of the lead character as the attack begins. Use the extended invulnerability to avoid attacks that are timed to hit you just as your character gets up from a knockdown. That's the thing. You're going to learn so much about the overall system, and you're going to pick your character and learn them, and you're going to start learning general strategies in a match, like in the neutral game. And then you're going to start learning about specific Kameo junk, and it's like not just what I want to use for a setup or a combo. Even if I think I know the game, and even if I think I know Scorpion, what the hell can he do with Serena? You're going to have to learn all that specific shit. Maybe this Kameo thing is going to give the game a lot of life, and they won't need to change so much about the characters. So what am I doing while rising? Back to... which one? Execute the invulnerable Kameo setup. Can I hold back? Can I hold back and just tap L2? I tapped it twice. Maybe you want to tap it twice. Maybe if you want to do that, let me see if I can tap it twice. Maybe you want to do that if you want to wake up with Kameos or use Kameos. Maybe that would just be a good strategy, double tapping the Kameo button. Maybe not in a combo, but neutrally, if you know you want it. Hey, look at that! He got hit. I'll do the forward one. I did the forward one and he got hit. Look at that, he's getting hit. But you know, this is like a unique training mode circumstance. I don't know if this represents the real game. This is like a unique training mode type, a tutorial. So the rules might be weird. I got to admit, this stage reminds me of that game Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. And I really like, if you just look in the lower left, above Johnny's star, like just the moss and the blue plants and the green plants under that tree, they look so good. Sometimes waiting is the best option when you get knocked down. Perform a delayed get up to stay on the ground longer to avoid well-timed attacks from your opponent. Hold R2 after... Oh, that's what the flip stance button's for. Alright, delayed wake up. I will accept the delayed wake up if there's automatic quick get up, if there's hard knockdowns with no quick get up, and then if there's only one delay wake up timing. Injustice 2 had 4 wake up timings. That's no good. Give me a one-time delayed wake up and I'll accept it. A delayed get up can throw off the timing of your opponent, but you cannot perform a get up reversal or a get up Kameo summon after a delayed get up. But you probably still could do like an enhanced move with armor. Delay. Try that again. Okay. Try that again. Hold it. How? And now can I just tap it? I'll tap it. I'll just tap it. Or maybe you'll double tap it. I'll double tap it. Okay. And then, yeah, don't press and hold. Just tap and get it out. And there's only one time. Now, but... Oh, and he stands up. So, oh, that's why they're saying you can't. That's why they're saying you can't do it. That's why they're saying you can't do a wake-up attack after a delayed wake-up. Because, oh, that's so genius. You get up off the ground. That's why. You can't do a wake-up attack after a delayed wake-up. Because if you commit to a delayed wake-up, you stand up. Oh, that's so smart. So you can't just, like MK10, hold delay wake up on the ground and then still do a special whether or not it has wake up invulnerability. You're fucking committed. Oh, NetherRealm. They're really learning. They're really learning about how to design not just a creative game, but a strategic game. This is going very well so far. Mortal Kombat 1. Let's go to the tutorial hub. Let me think about this. What time is it? Anatomy of attacks. Frame combos. I want to do all of these. I don't need to do challenges. Frame data combos, positioning. Let's look at some characters. I think that I'm going to... Let me look at this stuff later. Let me look at this stuff maybe tomorrow. And I want to like look at a character or something. Let's play around. Like, story's gonna have to wait. I want to do invasions too. Towers. Local. Customize. Fighter Kameo. Learn. Practice tutorial fatalities. Extras. Shrine and collection. What's the shrine? Use your coins to obtain randomized rewards. Okay. Interesting. I think you do spend them there. It's fun. Collection. Unlock concept art. Cool. Environment art, music, and movies. Cool. Settings. Was there anything else that I wanted to adjust? I think it's fine. I'll leave it at 50. Let me look at some fighters. I want to go do learn, practice. Learn, practice. Ooh, who do you think I have? Yeah, I think that the input response is better than it was. This game is interesting me a lot. What else did I want to test? Since I've seen them, let's just look at Scorpion and Sub-Zero, I guess. Let's look at Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Scorpion and Sub-Zero. And I guess we'll do, sure, Kano and Sonya. And experiment on the flesh pits, I guess. We want to hit random. What haven't I seen? The movie set. Temple of. What is this Temple of? Big training mode load screen. Whoa. This looks cool. This looks cool. So let's see about just, you know, a little bit of dash blocking. Those training mode tutorials were extremely in-depth, and I think they were valuable to do, and I think I'm going to continue going through the rest tomorrow. I can't promise that and then what I think the idea is to look at the characters and find who I like and who's curious, and then start doing deep breakdowns on the characters that I like, to try and find a main character. In a game like this, when you have like all these normals, like all these fucking normals, and they list normals and their strings right here, and then you have aerials and all this shit, it's going to be a lot to go over every character. So what you want to do is you want to just kind of walk around, walk around, swing some buttons. Who feels good? Who feels fast? Who do you like? Swing the normal buttons, you know, a stand 1, a back 1, a forward 1, a stand 2, a back 2, a forward 2, and figure out their starters. Like, look at that. Maybe you like this attack. Maybe you look at Scorpion, you go, boy, I really love this attack. And it's a double low. I really like that. So then oh, look at this cool knee. Okay. He probably goes into something else. You know? 4-3-2. 4-3-2. And then you got an air string. You go, okay, yeah. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. 4-3-2. And then he starts into this air string. So you go, okay, maybe I like Scorpion. Maybe I like Scorpion. And you start kind of looking at his down attacks, and you narrow down who you like, and just cycle through the whole list. Pick the characters that you like. He's cool. She's interesting. She seems strong. I think I might want to play him. And get your selection. Because you want to start chopping away at characters you don't want to play. That's what I did in Mortal Kombat 10 and Injustice 2. It was like, in one day, rapid fire. Looking through everybody. No. And then I found, okay, I like Black Canary, I like Harley. I'll look at them. Oh, I like Reptile and only Reptile in MK10. I'll play him. You know, listening to the music just kind of as I'm playing the game, I think this game's music it's kind of funny. It's almost like a Star Wars type theme, where they're like just these weird like trumpets and horns. I feel like I could jump up and grab that chain and do an interactable. All right, cool. So if I hold block, let's adjust some of these settings here. Opponent type block mode. That's the last thing. Okay, block mode. Let's do, what is it? Block all off stance. In their current stance only. Hold block in their current stance. Change their stance with move. What does that fucking mean? Your opponent will hold block in their current stance. Your opponent will only block attacks in their current stance. Hold block in their current stance. I hope you heard that. That's what I think. Up block. Random attack, random combo. Attempt to block. Alright. We'll do auto. Opponent will attempt to block subsequent attacks if they have a recovery window. Perfect. Block type flawless random. Normal. Escape. Movement mode. Stand, duck, jump forward, backwards, stand. Throw escape. Breaker mode. Get up delay. Get up mode. What is delay? Whether your opponent will delay their get up or not, and then get up mode, whether you will change from a list of below. Get up attack is random attack, and then the special for your character, your opponent's chill out, and then it's what? And then it's the cameo, and then it's recording. Play back your get up reversal recording, skipping any initial walking or jumping, with navigation, including walking or jumping. Random attack. Let's put, so delay wake up is this, get up delay, and get up mode is either what, does that just wake up attack? Because there's no normal wake up other than regular or delay, and then if they want to wake up with an attack. So get up mode is basically the attack is on, and it's a random attack. So get up mode is basically get up attack, whether or not they'll perform an attack. We don't want that. Delay, I guess I don't really need to test. If you're doing a setup, that's fine for just basic training, but I don't think you need it. Sometimes I like setting them to like do a delay wake up or a roll wake up if it's random. This doesn't really have that. It's just the delay or the attack. Reversal mode, perform attacks after blocking. That's not important for me. To test what they can punish with and whether or not they'll punish, that's not important for me to test right now. Playback recording. I don't think I need that. That's just recording. CPU opponent. Whoa, what? Cyrax and Sector? Why are they on here? Human player. So that's good. Save changes. Practice settings. Remember settings. Awesome. That's what we want. Remember settings. Player 1 control. Reset position center. Thank you. Reset distance default. Left, right. Save position. Full screen close default. Full screen close default. Cool. Super meter. Stays full. Does not deplete. Refills. Cameo gauge. So I guess you want it on refill. So you can spend it in a combo to know. Life percentage, same as player 1, 99%. Button log, damage text, frame data, save. Practice settings, remember settings, thank God. Controls are fine. Yeah, I like L2 to cameo and R2 to get up, that's fine. Flip stance. Input timing is long. Are these the default shit? Let's see one more time. Default, we'll do this. Throw is R1, block is L1, flip stance is R2, cam is L2. So default's long. Negative edge you want off. Alternate controls. Additional diagonal inputs, you don't want that. Input shortcuts. What is that? Special moves require less direction precision. Special moves require diagonal inputs. Special moves require less direction precision. I think this means that if I do up, back, forward, I'll get like an instant air. I think you want this on to be able to do like instant air shit. I'm gonna leave it like that. All right. So, yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know who to choose. Maybe it's a good idea to finish. Maybe it's a good idea to finish the tutorial and then start story mode. Maybe it's a good idea to finish the tutorial and then start story mode. And then it'll give me an idea of who to look at. I'll tell you right now, I'm not promising that I do character training mode breakdowns for any character, and most especially not for every character. It was fun doing it for Street Fighter 6. I kind of knew that I wanted to do that to check everybody out, but Street Fighter is so simple. I think Street Fighter is the simplest fighting game because it's like press a button, there's the attack. Mortal Kombat, when you have attack starters, command normals, full strings, you've got unique frame data on every string. Every character has unique strings and frame data, specials, and then 3D juggle combos with strings. There's no way. There's no way that's worth looking at every character. You find the characters that you like playing, and then you learn them. You learn their move list, you learn their frame data, that's first. Then you start learning some combo conversions. Then you start developing mix-ups and setups in a match in general. And then you start learning character-specific matchup things against certain opponents. And then in this game, you're also going to have to incorporate Kameo for combos, mix-ups and setups, cover fire, and then dealing with mix-ups and setups from your opponent. I don't know. Maybe I'll look at some of these characters. Maybe I'll look at some of these characters on my own and find ones to do. It's not really worth going through a move list for every character just to figure out if I like them. I might find the characters that I like and then do an in-depth overview of them when I really want to look at them. All their attacks, all their strings, all their frame data, and I'll really try and go over them as best I can for the characters that I like. So maybe I'll start playing story mode, finish the tutorials, find characters that I like, and then do training mode overviews for the characters that I want to sort through to select as a main character. And then the race to find the best cameo is on. But I think that today was a successful session. I think Mortal Kombat 1 is in there. I think I'll give it an 8. I think 7.5 is too low. 8.5, honestly, hand on my heart, as a Mortal Kombat player, initially I think Street Fighter 6 is better. But I think that this game is very good. I've had a positive feeling my whole life. I've had a positive feeling for the last 2.5 hours, the whole time playing this game. It feels better than a lot of stuff right out of the gate. It definitely feels better to respond and to play than Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 did, and I have high hopes for this game and the future of fighting games and the tournament scene and the business lifespan of these development studios. So hats off to you, Warner Brothers and NetherRealm. You did it again. So begins the dawn of a new era of peace and combat. Mortal Kombat 1.